What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I might have made a mistake. Not today, a few months ago. I'm gonna tell you what that is. So over the past week, we got about 13.5 inches of rain. It's a lot of rain. About 10.5 inches in 2 days, and then another 3 inches last night. Just at about 3 inches. The weather guy said, oh yeah, expect about an inch and a quarter. Yeah, they're always wrong. That's a profession that you can be wrong all the time and still keep your job. I don't understand it, whatever. But here's the mistake that I might have made, okay? I don't know if it was a mistake. It could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing. I don't know. See, here are the cows, okay? This is the paddock that they're in right now. I'm gonna jump in there with them so you can kind of see what we're working with. And this here, right here is like a little draw to where water was actually running down because we're just soaked. But here is some of the grass, well, dormant grass that we have left over here in this paddock. Now I see there's a lot of bahia. Don't know what that crumbly stuff is. I don't think they'll eat that. Will you, Scarlet? No. And then we have a lot of this, I want to say this is goldenrod, stuff that we don't want because that's just not good. The cows won't eat it, and it just represents a poverty grass. You know, this is only the first year that we're here. We've been here a little over 10 months now, and you can see this is where the cows are in this paddock. Now the difference between this paddock and the rest of the paddocks going that way and back up and around is that I didn't mow it. I was doing an experiment over here where the cows came from. I went from not mowing over there to mowing here to not mowing over here, and that was back in October-ish, okay? And after seeing what happened to this section, this paddock here, I saw a lot of green grass. I saw grass regrowing pretty quickly, and this paddock was like green. It was greening up real quickly. I went, okay, I made the right move, because you know what? Green grass is gonna grow up, and the second time the cows pass through here in the winter time, which was yesterday, they'll have green grass to eat on. Well, we got a couple hard frosts and freezes, and yeah, that green grass went to brown. That's the mistake that I think I made. Now, after seeing this grass grow green, I went, you know what? I'm gonna do it the rest of the farm. Starting from the end of this paddock, going all the way to what I call the end of the world, back up that way, back all the way to when I stopped mowing right over there. I might have made a little boo-boo. Why? Because the grass, you know, in the springtime, you mow, it's back up in like 4 or 5 days. I mean, it's just, you know. Well, in the wintertime, I was thinking, okay, it'll come back in, you know, 4 or 5 weeks, even 2 months, because the cows weren't going to be back here for, I don't think they've been here for almost 100 and something days. So I figured we're gonna give this paddock time to rest and regrow. Yeah, that didn't really happen. See, in this paddock here where we didn't mow, we still have some green little patches. You know, there's quite a bit. You know, there's some stuff that we really like here. I think that's vetch. I'm not 100% sure, but that is something that we want because that's a nitrogen fixer. If it is vetch, I want to say it is, not 100%. But we come through here and it's a lot of brown. Cows will do fine on this because it's kind of like standing hay. And a little bit of green that they can get is good, but there's not that much. I mean, a lot of the bahia is gone. It was gone months ago. There's some Bermuda in here, look right over there, but not too terribly much. And then we come over here, and this is what this side of the farm kind of looked like. I left it over there just, you know, when I was mowing, just to kind of do a comparison of the grasses. And that grew up over there where I mowed, but I just didn't mow that section. And I want to get rid of this stuff. Now, how can I do that? Thought mowing it down and then, you know, just moving the cows every day will help. It will. I think in the springtime I might come and either chop this or just mow this, because it's just, you know, it's not, cows aren't going to eat it. Not productive. It's not good. Now, so there's stuff in here for the cows to eat. Let's go to the paddock. let's go to the next paddock over to where they're supposed to go and see what's over there. By the way, these 67-cent fence posts have been amazing. I've been putting them all throughout the farm and holding up 2 strands, not 3 strands anymore, because where are they at? Mr. Llama's over there. Respect 2 strands and off. If you saw my last video, I'm telling you about the little bit of experiment that I'm doing with that. But anyways, see what's over here. See, you can see like this stuff started growing up. Don't know exactly what grass that is. I'm not an expert in that yet. This stuff started growing up. So I was thinking, hey, we can get this up you know, double, triple the size. We can get this up double, triple the size. This is going to be good grazing in the wintertime. Well, didn't happen. See, look, there's good. This is good right here. That's protein. But yeah, it didn't happen. So that's where my mistake might have come from. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? That means that I'm gonna have to feed hay here if I want to move them here, because there's really not much for them to eat. Some people might say, oh look, you know, there's enough for them to, you know, kind of munch on. It's not enough for them to eat. And then plus you want to leave some grass, that way when we have 13-inch rains, you know, this isn't muddy. This isn't muddy mess. I mean, there's some places where it's not great, but we got 13 inches of rain in a week, and you know what, like, you can see that there's water coming out, but not like I see some of the people when we're driving around here around their hay rings. Man, that's pretty bad. And you know what, watch, mark my words, in springtime, if anything grows up there, because it might be too deep for anything to grow up, if anything grows up there, it's going to be goatweed. That whole area is going to be surrounded by goatweed, woolly cotton, if you call it different things in different areas. Some people call it sheepweed, some people call it doveweed or whatever. We call it goatweed here because that's what I was told to call it, okay? Mark my words, those areas, goatweed, 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 goatweed. Here, because we're not compacting the land, you see there's a couple spots where there's still some puddles left, and you know, that's not too bad. What we want is for the ground to be able to absorb this water. Now, this is where I say I don't know if I made a mistake or not. Why? Because mowing it just put a ton of, this would be carbon, on the land. Now, this right here, okay, this is a little mole hole or bowl or whatever you want to call it. If you put water here and you put water there, water's going to run off of that after real quickly. Why? Because there's nothing to hold it in. Sure, there's probably grass and stuff underneath here where the moles digged it up, but if this was just bare soil, I don't see any places around here where it's not just mole and it's bare soil, which is a good thing, a very, very good thing. This will hold much more water than something like that. Then we don't have mud. I mean, 13 inches of rain and we really don't have mud. There's a couple places back where, like, I walk where, you know, it's over and over and over and over and over again where grass is not going to grow up. I'm not expecting it to grow up. But there we have just a tiniest little bit of mud because it's just me walking over it over and over again, not the cows. You know, a lot different between the cows and me. But I'll show you what I'm talking about there. But for the most part, we're holding a lot of water. Now, did we capture all of it? No. As we come over here, this is where I really felt like I needed to mow, because that's our pond up there, one of them, and we have a spillway here. I bet you anything we're gonna have a current in here, a little bit of a trickle, something, because our pond's full. Pond is way full. Now, here it is. Here's the spillway, because our pond is just too full. I think that's a good thing to have. Now in here, this is where it's just kind of junky plants that grow up. I don't know what I can do to fix this, if there's anything to fix this, because we have the spillway here. Look, you can see there's a little bit, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little bit of a current. But here, see it better here. No, is it coming up on camera? I don't know. There's a current there. Why? Because our pond's full. There's nothing that we can really do about that, or that I know that we can do about that yet. Now, could we dig out another pond? Maybe, but we have one there, and it's just not the ideal location for it. But did I make a mistake mowing? from a sense of, okay, if we did not want to feed hay all winter, we probably wouldn't have if we didn't have to, we probably wouldn't have if I didn't mow. Probably wouldn't have if I didn't mow. Now, from a carbon sequestration, adding organic matter to the soil kind of thing, did we mess up there? I don't know about that. Now, would I do it again? I can't tell you. I can't tell you if I do it again. Right now, my feeling is no, because of the situation where we have to feed the cows. We're gonna have to feed the cows hay. I mean, if we didn't mow, we 100% wouldn't have. We 100% wouldn't have. Now, did I waste that? I don't know. We'll see how things grow up in the springtime. That's when I can give you kind of a real good definitive answer if I made a mistake or not. At least what I think. You guys might be saying, oh, you're a dummy, you shouldn't have done that. Some people might think that. I kind of feel that way right now. But on the backside in spring, this could just explode better than where I didn't mow. See, look, I mean, this is all what I mowed. It hasn't decomposed yet. I mean, you got to go down a little bit to the soil, but covered it up. But that's the carbon that I mowed down. Now we're adding biomass to the soil. Is that a good enough reason to mow? I don't know. I'm kind of feeling no, because you know the cows kind of would have probably done it anyways. But because the way we're gonna feed hay, we're gonna unroll hay here, and this is where the hay came from. So we're kind of just adding back what we took off in the late spring, early summertime. Did I make a mistake? I don't know, because we're adding more carbon to the land. When we unroll the hay here, we're going to be adding more carbon, and because the cows aren't going to eat all of it, they'll trample a lot of it and whatnot. But I don't know if I made a mistake or not. But that's why we have hay. It's kind of like an insurance policy for, you know, when a dummy makes a mistake, or could be a good thing, I don't know, you can just feed them hay. And it's good quality hay too, because it came off of these fields. See, look. But see, this is what makes me think I didn't make a mistake. Look at all this growing up. Look at all this. I think this is vetch. I'm not 100% sure. I'm like 95% sure. Look at this. It's coming up in patches like that, kind of all over the place. I don't know if, you know, I don't know if it'd come up anyways. See, look, is this somewhere over here? No, I don't know what this stuff is. It's everywhere. Almost, it's not, I don't think it's clover at all. But there's patches of it, like right here. Now, I don't know, like I said, if this would come up anyways if I didn't mow it. But look at that. That's all coming up. And when the cows get here, they're gonna probably go for that. It's probably too low for them to eat. So I don't know if I'm actually gonna feed hay here or not. Contrary to what I was just saying, what I might do is, back over there by that tree is a couple paddocks where I didn't mow. And I might just take them from there and go over there and feed them hay over there, because that's where our hay is, right up there. And you know, I have a neighbor that's gonna come help me move those hay bales, because I'm strong, real strong. I can move, would say, more than 95% of people in the world. When it comes to hay bales that are 1,000, 1,200, maybe even more pounds, yeah, I'm not that strong. But look, everywhere I'm stepping, there's this vetch. Pretty sure it's vetch. Some of you guys are going, no, that's a weed or whatever. But look at this. It's coming up everywhere. And if that's the case, I might have made a good, and if that's the case, I might have made a good choice. I might have made a good choice mowing. I don't know. I mean, it's all over the place. Like, that's getting fertilized because of that cow patty right there. That's breaking down. But it's coming up, like, everywhere I look, there's at least patches. There's at least patches of it. See, look, over here, there's another patch. You know what? Let's go over to where I didn't mow and see if we can find patches like that. We'll see. Come on. And also, mind you, these paddocks over here aren't as good as the ones up the hill. These were a little bit more weedy. These were, you know, there's a lot of goat weed, especially in the paddock on the other side of the spillway. There was a ton. I mean, there was almost nothing else growing but goat weed in a few sections up towards this way. So I do feel confident that I made a good decision mowing. But look, vetch. I'm not showing you the same spot all over the place. More. Even in our lane, more. And for those of you wondering, this is right here the reason that I mowed. All right here was just big rose bush. And you see, this here, you can tell this did not hold water that well, because there is bare soil here. There's a little bit of grass just growing up, trying to cover itself, because that's what the earth does. That's why you get weeds, by the way. because that's the earth saying, hey, you know what, I'm bare here, I'm gonna make something grow up. It might not be what you like, but it's what I need. So look, I mean, this didn't hold, I can guarantee you this does not hold too much water here, because, you know, with all the rosebush and stuff that you can see that I chopped up and, you know, mowed over and just kind of mulched, didn't cover everywhere. But let's go over and see where I didn't mow. Here you can see the line. Obviously mowed, not mowed. If we come in here, still pretty thick. The cows can eat on this because you know, there's green. I don't know what this is called. I think this is called plantain. Cows really like this, especially when in the wintertime when I move them in here. I mean, look, there's grasses growing up. See, look, okay, maybe I was wrong in doing that. There's a patch of vetch right there. Any more? Maybe some there. I might not just be able to see it, but there's, I think it's in here. Is it in here? I don't know. Actually, look, you tell me. I actually don't see very much of it. Not like it was over there. And mind you, we were just on the other side of the cows right over there, so it's not too terribly far. Maybe 100 yards, 200 yards, 100 yards, 125 yards. So look, I mean, there's areas that are greener over here by the tree, because I feel like that gets protected a little bit more from the frost. But, huh. Interesting. I don't see it. The vetch, if it is vetch, it's a nitrogen fixer, which is going to make everything around it grow better. I don't see it. Okay, here's some right here, but it's nowhere near like it was over where I mowed. So, okay, a little bit there. Like, this is green. I don't know what type of grass that is. It might be fescue, which is good in the wintertime. But I don't know if the vetch is just buried underneath all the bahia and all the dormant and dead bahia and Bermuda. See, look, there's some right there. But this is what I'm just experimenting with. And like I said, we have hay, so we're okay. And mind you, this is January 6th, and to date I fed like 1/8 to 1/10 of a round bale. So basically nothing. So that's a great thing. And you can see it. There's little places where it's at. Usually around the molehills, actually, kind of where kind of find it. But this is still good grass for the cows to eat. I'm gonna move them here for sure, and they'll do just fine here. They'll do just fine here. It's obviously not like the springtime, but most people started feeding hay around here October, mid-October-ish. We're January. We fed 1/8 to 1/10 of a bale just to give them a little extra. You know, over Christmas time we gave them just some. That way it could push it back a day. That way I could have a little bit of a break. So after looking over here, I don't know if I made a mistake or not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what it comes up in the springtime. If this is better than that over there, then I made a mistake. If that is better than this over here, then I was right in doing it. Either way, we're fine, no big deal. Just good experiment, just a good experiment. Now I did mow, it was October, November-ish. That's when the cows were over here last, and that's when they moved all around this area. So this is a bit of an experiment going on. I'm gonna get out of here now, but this is still good grass here for them to eat. It wasn't gonna be those paddocks over there weren't gonna be like this one here as good. I mean, as you can see, there's dead, you know, there's dead weeds. There's dead goat weed right there. It actually shows, it's kind of hard to show up on camera, but right there. But you don't see any of that. I think that's broom sedge that's down over there. So I think I might have done okay. I don't know. Look, there's some little bit of vetch coming up. I don't know. So tell me down in the comments if you think I made a mistake or not. And you know what? I like to show the positives, everything they do right, which has been, I'd say 80-85% since we've been here, and the stuff that I do wrong. Some of the stuff just doesn't work. Some of my ideas just they fall flat. But you just got to keep trying, got to keep trying, got to keep experimenting, because you know what? If this works, great. If it doesn't, we're still okay. We're still okay. It just means that those paddocks will probably be grazed later on in the springtime. Like, for example, actually thinking about it now, this is just how my head works. You're seeing it just live. What I might do next year, if that works, is mow this section of the farm and then leave that unmowed. If that works, if it works, feed hay again, and then the third year maybe just leave it all. Don't know. That might be, after seeing all the vetch and stuff over there, the growing that we like, that might be the best option. I don't know. So you just got a little glimpse into my brain and how my thinking goes. It might be a scary place for some people. Hey, who knows? But if you want to find out, in the springtime what happens here, how this grows up, if I made a mistake, if I didn't make a mistake, hit that subscribe button down below, ring the notification bell so you can get notified when we put up new videos. Hit the like button because it really does help with the YouTube algorithm. It really helps make the channel grow. I mean, the more likes we get, the more subscribers we get from each video, and it helps us make more videos, and just good all around. And then drop a comment saying if you think I made a mistake mowing this or not. All right? Until next time, see ya.